Oh, good times.
Problem is, it's going to take us about 5 minutes to actually get to the fight point. If we're going to use the Dragon Ball Z analogy.
No, this game's gonna be fast. It's gonna be aggressive.
You think?
Yeah. I mean, you've got a Dro strat. I guess you do have a Dusa, one of the slower heroes, but at the same time, like, you have Nature's Prophet, Dro, Dusa. You've got fast heroes.
YapzOr's in trouble. Getting kicked in July. Welcome to first nighttime. And YapzOr, well, he's got Spike Carapace. That's the only thing that will help.
Oh, Roshan!
Oh, no. He's not going to punch him, though. Rolling Boulder going through Roshan.
Ah, that would have been so hype if Roche for some reason just... What was it? Was it when he Boulder smashed?
Yeah.
Oh,
the Rolling Boulder, I think it was, actually.
That would have been hilarious if Roshan just popped up, got the last hit. But at the same time, YapzOr...
Does he still clap when you have 3 heroes around after he's given up aggro?
Like, I don't know. I don't think he's given up aggro. I think he runs back.
Oh, the stun. That's not enough.
Yeah. I mean, laning-wise, it's still going okay for Secret.
Oh, Paparazzi starts his TP. Puppey, the paralyzing cask. Oh, alright, global time. Follow the skull. Follow the skull. I think I've got this right. It's going all the way top. Hey, have I got it? I see the shadow. I'm following the shadow. See the shadow on the ground?
Yeah, I see it.
Got it. Got it. Got it.
Bunk. Oh, he got a... No, he didn't get a creep with it.
I was looking for the CS too.
That would have been so cool.
Value cask.
Calculated.
So they've switched in July now down to the bottom lane. This is going to allow Prophet as well as Witch Doctor just to beat the crap out of this tower. Dro also turned on the Aura. And with YapzOr holding in the trees and Observe What Up, they know in July is alone. Now they realize he's got friends as Dogfights walks underneath the obs. But they've done what they wanted to. Rotate a support down. Catapult comes in, so they're beating the crap out of the tower even harder. This catapult shouldn't be able to hit this hard. We saw a combination earlier today from iG. Okay, goodbye Night Stalker. Wow, he's actually going in for this. Dogfight's trying to actually save in July. He can move over and Shrine. Body blocked slightly by Cicada.
Oh,
but Dogfight's already going to go down.
Puppey doesn't have a TP though. Misses the clap.
He needs time. He needs mana. 75 is what he needs. In July into the tree line. He can't take to the sky. Puppey's still in the trees. Keep it juking. YapzOr's nearby. He's got a stun available.
There's no way.
And the stun. Puppey's going to survive. He's out.
KheZu, in the meanwhile, does manage to kill Super. He's going to go down for it, but still, that bottom juke. Oh, that kills my soul.
I got him, Monks, man.
Oh, that kills my soul. Puppey's... Never count the old man out.
I mean, old. He ain't that old.
Relative.
Dogfights, rolling boulder forward, able to get the kick, can't get the rolling boulder properly, and the gust pushing back the Broodlings, who start their attack onto mid one. He's got 10 1 charges, so a lot to fight with. A quick little send up. Dro Ranger still now 13 1 charges. And back into the safety of the tower. Oh no! He brought in the Earth Broodling a little bit too close with a Maledict on him. Kick has to create space, but Spine Carapace also stunning up Dogfights. Brew will get back into the safety of his own tier 1 tower, and now mid lane turns into tri-lane on tri-lane, making Blitz even happier.
Oh, it's the best. I love seeing all these heroes.
YapzOr will soak up the experience on bottom, unless in July wants to kill. Oh, okay, unless in July does kill him. He takes to the skies and over the hills, and goodbye YapzOr. Thought he could just soak up the creep wave and a half that was there.
That is a pretty significant kill too, because he's going to be able to protect this catapult. Somebody has to move down for this. Most likely going to be KheZu.
It's Medusa.
Okay, the Deuce is going to come, try to save her tower. Because there's 2 full creep waves pushing into this. There's absolutely no way that you just give this up for free. Yep. But at the same time, you've got to pressure Paparazzi. And YapzOr's just had the roughest game so far.
Yeah.
Makes up 3 out of his team's 4 deaths. At the same time, his team is taking towers around the map. So it's going to alleviate some of that pain.
Just give him 1 lane to get his level 6. That's all he's really hoping for. And then he can synergize with the Nature's Prophet.
He is really far behind though when it comes to XP.
Yeah.
Still level 3 at 8 minutes in the game.
How they look like overall though, there's only 400 the difference between IGV and Secret. And gold is about 1500 the way of Secret.
Yeah.
They are, of course, 2 towers up.
It's largely going to come, like you said, from the towers. Yep. And Secret, they're just going to continue the assault. Wherever the ENP goes, they can always rotate heroes down into. This Medusa should back up, just farm the jungle. Paparazzi going to make the rotation out. Sensing the pressure from this top wave.
Super hiding in the trees.
Yeah.
He believes he can get... He doesn't have a TP scroll. He's got smoke, but he actually has to stay here. Dogfights is pushing down the mid lane, but mid one's happy with this. Okay, maybe he's not. He's terrified that someone's here.
Yeah.
That's so far back from the mid lane when an ES just by himself is farming.
I mean, his team is pushing out top, and nobody's showing on the map right now.
Yeah.
And now in July is going to come over. They're going to
bringing in
realize.
YapzOr.
Yeah, this is a level 4 Nyx Assassin. I'm not sure if they can make a kill happen. Maybe if they get the silence off first. But I think he's more here just to protect the dive. But it doesn't look like iG.V are very willing to dive anyways. It's Paparazzi just farming it up.
It's that horrible thing, right? If you dive under a town as an MP, just TP in, turn on Stone Gaze, and you have to run away.
Yeah.
And without the damage of the Terror Blade, you're not going to be able to win. Like, the Brewmaster split, like, just the old day, like, if you go like 3-4 years ago, Brewmaster split didn't get a kill, it was the worst thing in the world. Like, we saw Brewmaster run in underneath the tower and barely survive.
It was played earlier today, right?
There was one. OG played it.
Did they win?
They did.
That was the game that
had
Newbie accidentally rammed an Alchemist?
That I'm not certain of.
Yeah, that's what I read from Jack anyways.
Yeah, I know I think I was casting at the time, so I just read up on it later.
Ah, I see. They're going to make the rotation in the bottom. This is a good kill. If they can get aggressive on the MP, take the tower, they're going to have this entire bottom area to farm.
The Observer was in July.
Ooh.
It may be enough that MP, in fact, he's already taken all the
TP
mana
people here.
away from Paparazzi. That TP hasn't come in yet. Stone Gaze will turn on, and Brewmaster starts to split underneath the tower. Witch Doctor paralyzing Cask will hold the Brewlings in position, and KheZu wraps around from the northern side, catching out the ES, who's forced a rolling boulder away. Puppey stunned up. These Brewlings still really problematic, but YapzOr able to get the stun, create space. Dogfights comes in, gets the kick, and finally puts the captain down. But you killed off a Witch Doctor. That's all you got for your Brewmaster ulti, and you lost your Terror Blade, and Brewmaster still forced to fight. He's got a regeneration room, but needs the space to actually use it. Beating into KheZu, but doesn't have enough life. Here comes the Mystic Snake once more. Another stun, hiding in the trees, but Cicada will go down. The Catapult again, unable to kill off that tier 1 tower in the bottom lane. 2 cores for 1 support, and Super almost dies to mid 1 on top.
That is such an awkward rotation. They had to force that. They moved the Brewmaster down, but he doesn't quite have Blink Dagger, and they wasted so much time trying to kill Puppey. They spin the Medusa up into the air. They all in on Puppey. He doesn't even quite die until the very end. But at that point, you've all in. You've traded a Brewmaster for not a tower, for a level 5 Witch Doctor who's quite underfarmed. Congratulations. Team Secret's going to be incredibly happy with that. They got so much space out of that. Mid one's level 10. And meanwhile, Paparazzi, he was in this weird position where he was kind of committing for that. You notice at bottom, he's like, do I leave here? I don't have mana. But I'm down here.
The rest of his team thought it was still on.
Yeah, the rest of his team is like... I mean, when you commit that many heroes at that point, you have to make something happen.
YapzOr, he finds Dogfights. The Sentry Ward's a little bit too far away, but YapzOr can get him back behind the tier 2 tower. And who does he want? Like, he kind of wants Paparazzi. But Vendetta will wear off in a second, rolling boulder forward. They can see him. Spike Carapace stunning over onto the Earth Spirit. Turns on the Magnetize, and already mid 1 starts his TP out in July.
Oh, he
used his Void so early on, and Puppey is just going to try and do this solo. I believe he kills Super, unless Super denies himself.
Super
the Maledict pop will actually... He's running away from the golems. He got one last hit on a Wild Wing before he died.
Yeah. Actually, he thought for sure that there's no way that the 9 damage golems are going to kill him. So he was trying to suicide to the 22 damage tiny Wild Wings.
It looked like he had enough, like he was low enough life. The 9 golems may have actually killed him.
He had like 20 health. It would have been really close. I think he probably can't get a deny off anyways.
Well, so you just traded what? It's YapzOr and Puppey for Super.
Oh, definitely worth it. But the bigger prize was that they almost killed mid 1. Oh, they were so close to that. That would have been so huge for iG.V, but fortunately mid 1 gets away. Secret still doing a very good job of splitting around the map, especially with this KheZu Nature's Prophet.
Yeah, they're just everywhere. Prophet can keep the split push going. MP's enjoying his time. In fact, he's enjoying it so much, they want to go for Roshan. There's no Metamorphosis for 72 seconds for Paparazzi. Adaya does scan, so they understand the fact that Team Secret are around Roshan. And in fact, YapzOr just goes for a bit of a wander. Under the cover of his own Sentry Ward, I'm seeing dust on Dogfights.
They gotta get here faster, Toby.
The illusion's kicking in. They are on their way. Roshan's only down to 50%, and now YapzOr gets the initial stun over an Earth Spirit. It's nice balls to play. The paralyzing cast does not bounce, but the Brewmaster already comes off. This is a better controlling find here for iG.V until MP just starts the Stone Gaze. Team Secret able to back away while iG.V sit there stoned. Puppey quickly set up in towards the air. He's going to hit the ground, trying to reach close enough to get to his shrine. It won't happen. Super has the Ether Shock to find the kill. But now again, it's a 1-for-1 trade-off. You've committed big abilities, but haven't stopped Roshan fully. Team Secret can just come back.
Yeah, you've wasted the wards. The Brewmaster split once again committed for the second time for Puppey. And now it's Team Secret's time to weigh whether they go in again. Metamorphosis is about to be up though, and that's a scarier ability. Out of all the ones that they didn't use, Metamorphosis is going to be the big one. That's going to be what allows them to defend this, if they so choose. So Secret, realizing that, YapzOr going to dodge that kick.
And jumped inside the Vendetta, even though he's dusted, he's far enough away. In July, gonna find KheZu. Starts with a silence, has no friends. In fact, oh, where are the friends of Team Secret? Puppey's on his way, puts the Sprout down. In July, can't reach him, he takes to the sky. Able to get him over the top of the Sprout. YapzOr stunned, didn't come fast enough, and Puppey unable to get the Paralyzing Cask off. So a good solo kill here for In July.
Yep. That's a really big one too. That's a 5,800 net worth Nature's Prophet. In July needed something like that because right now, objective-wise, they're falling quite behind. This bottom tower usually would be the play, but the lane isn't quite pushed out yet, as Paparazzi's going to accomplish that for his team. At the same time, they do have a Terrorblade, so I think they feel comfortable for most aspects of this game. They might think that the TB is enough. But keep in mind, this is a single core Terrorblade. Like, you don't have these heavy-hitting cores, physical damage dealers on the side of iG.V. It's entirely this Terrorblade.
I'm actually wondering if Terrorblade will be enough. Like, up against Medusa split shot, like, Draw Rangers have normally built into Maelstrom as well, so she's going to have some clearance.
Yeah, especially with the Tesla Dro, with the Ags.
Yep. Oh, that is so good.
It's cool.
Yep.
That was my favorite. Remember when it was really commonplace?
Yep.
Oh, that was my favorite. But now games just kind of end. Yeah. And it looks like Secret, you know, they're saying to themselves, okay guys, we can force the issue. They don't take towers very fast on the side of iG.V, aside from this Terrorblade, who can just be stopped by one Nature's Prophet ultimate.
Actually kind of surprised they gave the Aegis the Immortal to MP.
Oh, here we go.
Like a large portion of their aura. In fact, MP now TP's out to the bottom lane. Paparazzi's adding too much pressure. Mystic Snake is enough to remove like 1/3 of his HP, and he away.
I will say, I feel like they should have just regathered into mid right after that, because if you notice, Paparazzi had blown his Metamorphosis, and that's such an important ability for them.
You a big fan of Draw Rangers who bypass finishing Hurricane Pike?
Yeah, I am. I hate that item.
You don't like the full Hurricane?
No, I hate that item. Because it's such a heavy investment into so little. Alright, so let's take a look. The total cost of Hurricane Pike. And we'll hold that down real fast.
Yeah, might have a look a little bit later. Silence is on mid one, but the kick won't connect. The rolling boulder's too far away. Okay, we can go back into the look.
Alright, so it's 4,600, so nearly 5k. For an item that... It's alright, but at the same time, think about it. Like, the annoying function of it is that it's a 4-staff, essentially, right?
Yep.
Like, you're mainly building it because you have the Dragon Lance and you're trying to fill up item slots.
But where do you get your regeneration from, apart from, in this case, a Witch Doctor?
You don't need to. You've got a wand.
True.
You're alright. It's such a heavy commitment. It's like an additional... It's an additional nearly 3,000 gold just to get a 4-staff added to yourself. And if you need the 4-staff component, then... I remember when Envy was our coach in Kiev, he would just say, if you need the 4-staff component of it, instead of building the Dragon Lance and a Hurricane Pike, just build the 4-staff.
Fair enough.
Yeah, and Paparazzi, remember we talked about it, this Metamorphosis, this is why I wanted them to regroup mid faster. This is why, because without Metamorphosis, it's really hard for them to defend. It's not the wards or anything that scares you, it's the Terrorblade meta.
Oh, jump in from behind, a blink clap right on top of the Nature's Prophet, the kick! It connected on Witch Doctor as well as YapzOr. They're silenced for the moment. Puppey can't really do a lot to stop this. Finally now the Paralyzing Cask will fly out, and the Maledict on the Spirit. He'll have to back himself away, but Puppey will die to the Magnetize, not to mention all the Brewlings that are around him. He just cannot regenerate fast enough. And mid one, trapped in by Paparazzi. He TP'd out to the shrine, so they can be right on top of him. YapzOr,
Oh, the double
space
stun.
creation!
Where's the Sunder?
Where is it? The Wrath of Nature will kill him off! Sunder can't kick in, he wasn't ready for the burst damage, and now with the Sprout from KheZu and the body block from the trees, in July can't run away. He actually has the Hunter in the night, but he's not going up. They'll lose everybody from iG.V. Team Secret win the fight
KheZu
for one buyback!
is so good at Dota. I can't even begin to... It's such a basic play, but the Terrorblade thinks to himself, I'm going to churn the shit out of this fight. Like, everyone's going to die here. The sun, like, mid-animation, KheZu gets that ultimate off. You see the buyback coming, you know it's coming, but at the same time, he's just desperate for it. He has no other recourse. If he gets that Sunder off onto that Drow Ranger, they pop him, then maybe they can kite MP, because the Nature's Prophet TPing in does nothing. You see how quickly he dies in every fight.
Yep.
But you need to kill that Drow Ranger. They just barely stop him from being able to get that Sunder off. That is... You're going to get a win out of that. That is a game-winning play. That's a full set of racks mid. You got an entire team wipe off of one value buyback. You might even get this bottom tower for it too.
They're going again, but they just smoked on top of the observer ward that was planted inside the base. So iG.V.
They know there's no split though.
Yeah,
but it is coming up soon.
Have they got an observer ward for the cliffside? They don't. Instead, they have KheZu. They have YapzOr, Sentry, and Dust committed. Dust does clip the Nyx Assassin.
They can't get out. This is an awkward
They hold the
position to
shrine,
be in.
rolling boulder in! Dogfight just wants to go for it. He gets the double kick onto KheZu as well as onto MP. And maybe with the Brewmaster split, the TP is already gone. MP wants out of this one. He has the Aegis the Immortal. He can fight a second time if he wants to. Getting just far enough away from the Mass Serpent. They won't bring in their damage. YapzOr stun. Brewlings as well as in July.
Oh, look at that
out from Puppey. The Sprout holds him there. The Brewling will send Puppey in towards the air. But in July, affected by Maledict, he'll die from the last tick. Nothing can save him from this. He'll go down. You can welcome Sakatara into the end of life as well. Mass up more so running underneath. The mid one wants kills. He moves under the cover of his Shadow Blade, but they can just push the bottom lane instead.
Oh, that was so well done by Secret. You notice they can't really get out at that point because Medusa is such an immobile hero that they're going to turn and fight. They know it. They're going to bait this MP hero up in front. KheZu gets that TP out at the last second. In July, for half a second, saw him. Could have avoided. Doesn't get it off in time. Instead, KheZu, they take so long to kill Puppey every single engagement. It takes them so long with this Solar Crest. He just runs in a circle. They're all chasing after him. They have to blow the majority of their cooldowns just to get him down. This is going to be a second lane of racks. 2 lanes of racks down in 21 minutes. This game has gone absolutely bonkers. iG.Vitality, I mean, just look at the cliff. XP earned was slightly in their favor. Just 3 minutes ago even. Net worth, it was looking okay.
Yeah, it wasn't
2,000-3,000 gold, no problem.
It was manageable.
And the majority of that comes on the heels of towers.
Yeah.
And you can get those back later. You've got a Terrorblade, but losing back-to-back fights like that, getting double raxed, Secret, all they need is a tiny little shove. I think it's going to come in the form of the second Aegis.
Yeah. So we just watched the countdown time for that, and he could be up at about 1 minute and 40 seconds.
Yeah, exactly.
And already Medusa is becoming invulnerable. She just picked up a Talisman of Evasion. The Butterfly is 3,300 away from completing for MP. So then they got no direct attack, and Terrorblade is not building it. Like right now, he's still trying to finish his range upgrade. He's still trying to get the Dragonlance after finishing up Manta style.
Because he needs cheap health right now, more than anything.
Yep.
Hurricane Pike is finished by the Drow. I'm okay with it being the
after Shadow Blade.
Because if you just go straight up for it, you don't deal damage. You're just a Drow with a Force Staff.
It seems to work out a lot nicer to also escape from the Brewlings, get yourself some distance away from the attackers.
But that's why you have Shadow Blade.
Yeah. But right now he's using Shadow Blade to initiate, get in on the front lines, and then get that silence off. Because he's the starting silencer.
Yeah. They don't really have the best way to jump fights if you look at their team.
Yep.
They don't even have a Blink Nyx. They sort of just wait for iG.Vitality to get a little bit too over-aggressive.
That's what I was wondering, like the laning phase could have been a lot better for iG.V, and if it was, Team Secret wouldn't be able to do what they're doing now.
No, I completely agree. I mean, they kind of ran down this Drow once or twice, but for the most part, she never died, right? She got low. She just kind of ran away. Everyone's like, all right.
She's 108, so yep.
You don't have to have the flashiest games on Draw to win. You just need to be alive, give your team the aura, push in waves with your team when they're ready to go. But Secret, they're gonna push in this top area, stick together as 5. We thought they'd wait for the next Roshan, or at least I did, which is coming up relatively soon.
They may just do the range harass, and this is a freebie. In July, I don't know if he just missed micro, but he was sitting outside the base.
Oh, he
the
gets
Sunder from Paparazzi, but then the paralyzing cask bounces up to him. In July, it's going to go down. Even with the shrine, maybe the regeneration will be enough.
They're
and they
just
trigger a
dropping all of them.
secondary shrine. Keep In July alive is now the mission.
That is 2 shrines. That's very important for the space defense.
And they're the close ones for the top lane.
There's no Sunder up either. They know that for 60 seconds.
Look
and
how
that is a
fast he gets
significant
back.
cooldown.
He actually TP'd out to the edge of the battle. So
Oh,
they
here
can
we
try
go.
and hide
YapzOr
this
spots
one.
all of this.
Oh, the sentry's down, but it's too late. YapzOr make it hexed up by the paralyzing cask is locking down Super, and in July, they just can't fight. The Bruise Splitters out, but once again, they're trying to kill off Puppey, and they can't do it. You can buy back, and maybe you'll have a
they're all
second
inning for
chance. The Gust is out. Night Soccer can't cast anything.
They're all
Stopped up by
hitting him.
YapzOr. They're just throwing bodies at the wall, but all they're doing is painting it with blood. Dogfight is down. Terrorplay
They're
can't
still
do
going
much.
for him.
And finally, Puppey, yes! Victory achieved! The game is done! GG! iG.V obviously win now, as GG is called out. All they wanted was Puppey. Oh, he's a desirable man. iG.V got what they wanted.
You know those
They lost
games?
the game.
You know the games where you're a support player and they ravage black hole, like they use everything, and you just type a question mark after they lose the fight for that?
Yep.
That is what Puppey should have done, because this sheer amount of spells that they dropped on him every single. It started with that bottom juke. That tilted them.
Yep.
They're like, we'll never let you live again.
This will not stand. You have insulted iG.V's brand for the last time. Or
Like, fool me once, shame on you, Puppey.
He fooled him about 10 times in that game just by living on paralyzing cask. But I love the positioning though of KheZu. Like KheZu was absolutely everywhere they wanted to jump in on, and oh god, and YapzOr as well. He saw everything.
KheZu's buyback ulti was so
Yep.
game winning. That was game winning. That opened up the entire game for them.
I can't wait to see game number 2 and what's in store for us. We'll be back in just a bit. Team Secret, will they actually claim their first victory at the TI7 group stage, or will they be relegated to the results against Empire, Infamous, and TNC? Will it be a draw? We'll find out in a bit.
These kinds of conversations. That's not fair.
That is not accurate. He's not that much older than me.
Again, Nas, really big fan of yours.
The problem is now that like Blitz is a lean, mean fighting machine. He looks like 20 years younger again.
Come fight me.
No one can. Apart from your dad, I hear, is able to win an arm wrestle.
Oh, he destroyed me. It wasn't even close, Toby. Old man strength.
Yeah.
That's why I'm the only person I'm afraid of is Nas.
The old men have stamina.
No.
Old men are meant to have more stamina than the young guys.
No, dude, they have the strength. They've got the old man strength from years of hardship.
Did I tell you the time I went to the gym with Jacob?
Yeah.
And I was like, I gotta get in shape. I've got to actually start working out. And Jacob's just like, yeah, let's do those arm machines. And there's like the ones where you do I'm literally doing a physical thing when we got audio only going out. Like when you pull your arms together and you lift your weights up from behind you.
It's a pec fly.
A pec fly. Okay, that's a pec fly. So Jacob was really impressed. He managed to get up to a certain weight. And I was there with Jan, and Jan's just like, no, we need to put extra weights on there. And Jacob was so proud. He managed to, he's up another 10 kilograms on the pec fly, and I had to put another 30 kilograms on for me to actually lift that bloody thing. And Jacob was just there. He's just crushed. I'm completely out of shape.
Dude, Jacob Taft Anders man is a tiny man.
His arms are twigs.
Yeah, he's a tiny dude.
Yeah. Surprised that guy doesn't get snapped more often.
I hope he gets into Dota next year. I'd love to see his team lose.
The North is coming. That's when we find out the White Walkers were actually defeated.
That's a lich.
That is a lich.
I have not been the biggest fan of this hero, and here's why, Toby. Because I feel like you don't have a lot of team fight. You're annoying. That's the biggest thing. You're annoying. Lich is very annoying, but it doesn't feel game-winning. But I have been proven wrong because I just checked his stats, and over 16 games, 50% win rate.
There's a combination which I saw early today, which was with Faceless Void. It was coming back as the first two, so they were going Void and Lich in the first two.
It's not just the Chrono that's good with it.
It was brutal.
Yeah.
You couldn't get away. And Darkseer as well was another combination with the Lich.
Yeah. It's not just the Chrono, though, that makes it good. It's the laning phase. Because you can go dual offlane. It's a bother, but that is a Doombringer. This is a super run-at-you lineup. iG.V were like, last time we didn't have enough run-at-you heroes that were a little bit off the wall. This time, instead of a... Was it a Brewmaster? They've got a Doombringer?
It was Team Empire who ran a very, very similar lineup in their series early today, but they ran Lich Doombringer, and you thought it was just going to be a dual offlane, and they ended up switching the lanes up and actually running it as a safe lane at the start, and they switched the lanes out, so Weaver was off with one.
Alright, Alright, last hero predictions. Let's go.
Last hero predictions?
Last hero predictions.
Well, what are we missing? We're missing the one position from Team Secret.
And the mid from iG.Vitality.
Let me check my cheat sheet, because I got this bloody thing for a reason. Up against the Doom, someone that can at least tank through the Doom, deal the negative armor from the Weaver.
10 seconds remaining.
I got enough for lockdown and potential control.
5 seconds
But up against Frost Armor as well. They could just go for safety. They could just go for... I'm like, they can go for Arc Warden. And be a real pain in the ass.
Okay, I think they'll pick Vipes on iG.Vitality.
Viper is your go-to hero at everything.
I think Secret will play... Is Ursa any good here?
10 seconds remaining.
I will say they need a hero that can one-on-one, and I thought that would have been Ursa.
MP's hero so far: Necro, Void, PL,
Void would have been
Druid,
okay.
and Ursa is his go-to.
So Ursa is there, but Ursa doesn't synergize very well with this game.
What about that? Apart from Viper, what else would you go for iG.V?
Viper.
There is no other choice. It's Viper, or Viper.
Viper. Queen of Pain? TA? No, TA is quite bad against...
You need someone up against the Invoker.
Yeah. TA is not bad against... If it was a one-on-one like that, I would say.
What happened to OD?
Oh yeah, I forgot about Sven as well. Sven's okay.
Yeah, Sven. Good physical damage, good against
OD?
Survive the Weaver.
OD
for iG.V.
OD just doesn't feel like it wins games anymore. What is it?
It's a Lycan. We can thank Arteezy once again.
It's interesting.
He's been spamming the crap out of that. Like
everyone has been spamming the crap out of that.
It's just how buff up, how buff up, how buff up.
Liquid has also been spamming the crap out of it.
The really cool combination they did was the Offlane Enchantress by Universe. They ran it 2 games in a row. And what they would do is they would have Dro Ranger, and they would turn on the aura, steal a catapult, and the catapult did like 120 damage in one hit. They would always get the last hit on the towers.
Oh, that's awesome. iG.V. I just want to see somebody get vipered.
Storm! Whew! Storm! Does it work? Does it work?
I will say that one of my least favorite heroes to play against as the blue man himself is Ricky Maru.
You know as to how your blue man is insanely small?
Man, yeah. I got really...
It's only on the right side. It's only for like these side heroes, especially on the Radiant, where he seems to be like half a meter backwards than the rest of the team.
He's short.
Yeah, it's like Baby Storm.
My man's gonna go on P90X and carry this game.
Okay, so Storm against a Ricky. Like, is a Ricky meant to cause so many troubles with Smokescreen?
Oh, Toby, let me explain everything about this hero. I love it. This is the first game I've casted Storm in a year or something.
Lay it on me, man.
This is perfect. All right.
What does he worry about? What does he like?
The annoying part about Storm is two things. It's like, one, you like to just farm in peace, and Ricky bothers that. Two, it's you have very... So, Ice Frog, hallowed be thy name, has given my boy Storm very mediocre move speed. Because, of course, he doesn't really need to run fast, since he zippy zaps, and so getting out of the smoke screen, it has the movement speed slow as well. It's quite annoying.
Yep.
In terms of, like, the pure matchup, every time when I saw it was OG versus EG, if you go watch them play, it was a Storm versus Invoker matchup. Storm won quite handily because that was the game that Sumail decided to go Blink Storm. And everyone started asking me, well, is Blink Storm viable? But it was like, because the game was over. So that actual matchup is quite nice for Storm. But the Ricky does complicate things. There's going to be a part of the game where Sakata says, screw it, though.
Okay.
And that's when things are going to be fine. But he needs like 2 defensive items this game. He needs a Blink and a Linken's to be useful.
Prepare for battle.
That seems like a lot of farm without mana regeneration coming from it. Or not enough. Like, do you delay your Bloodstone in order to get that, or is that just like later into the game?
Never delay your Bloodstone.
Bloodstone's always item number 1.
Bloodstone is numero uno. Although I theory crafted this really cool build, Toby, where you go Hurricane Pike first item on Storm.
Okay.
It is...
After we just had that whole conversation of Hurricane Pike is way too expensive for everything it offers.
Yeah. Would you like to know how it went?
I am assuming not well.
It was horrible, Toby. It was horrible. Don't ever do it. Don't ask me about it.
It doesn't seem to make a hell of a lot of sense. Like, maybe if you had a Drone Ranger buffing you up for DPS...
Toby, it made no sense.
Then why did you try it?
I don't know, so I could try everything once.
No, maybe it's because you're playing too close to Jack most times and it's just rubbed off on you to make...
Dude, Jack's a genius player. How dare you?
Really? I've never seen a man play more Dota than Jack.
He plays 20 games a day, but... Sakata... Okay, I think if I was a 12k player, I could carry this game as Storm.
Battle begins.
Okay.
So if I was just...
He's not 12k.
If I was double as good as I am, I think I could win this game by myself as Storm.
You're putting that much pressure on him?
If I added like your MMR plus miracles, then Sakata could probably carry this game.
I love how you assume my MMR.
I don't need to assume, Toby. It's an educated guess.
That's 13k, bro. You just hit 13k.
It's an educated guess.
Actually, that would actually be 13k if you added the two of them together.
It's all good, Toby. I'm proud of you.
Hey, I got closer and
I'm
closer.
not trying to MMR shame.
Yeah, you are. That's exactly what you're doing. MMR is more than a number to you.
That's true. This game, though, it's quite a good Storm game. And more importantly, I think Hunka's more annoying than Ricky is.
Oh, this is a good way to make a Storm game fun. Already beating the crap out of Invoker.
Look at Storm's move speed, though, Topes.
Yeah, it's not great, but if you don't have to run away...
The one hero that's worse than his in this game?
Yeah.
It's Invoker.
So, 280 versus 285. Literally by 5 points, that's all. And it looks like Puppey just doesn't want to be part of this. I suppose if he does, he's going to take damage from Remnants too much.
I still felt like he would have made a difference here.
I think he's waiting for the courier too.
Yeah. This is like a really weird matchup because it's the battle of two mid heroes that can't kill each other. Because if you think about it, what does Storm do to really have kill potential on Invoker, and vice versa, right?
Unless Invoker's too far out, then yeah, you're right, it won't happen. But now you got the double wave underneath the tower. And Invoker's still got a hell of a lot of CS, and the fact that mid one's managed to hold the creep wave in between the towers.
No, this is fine for him.
Yeah, that's good.
You get double wave, but you're able to farm it out. It's like, no problem.
God, Puppey has been waiting forever for this courier. Like,
no.
And he's not even going to get it. Dogfight
he's going to give it... Oh, they're so smart.
Yeah.
He has 1 iota of experience so far, Toby. He's going to get this, rune.
Alright. Radiant Sentry's down. Unfortunately for iG.Vitality, the one thing not going right for them is the fact that Sentry's too far north. It doesn't see the obs. But in July is using his Observer Ward just behind the tower to leech the experience off YapzOr. Mr. Support Bat Rider, something we haven't touched on at all so far in this game.
This top lane, though, it's going pretty well. Like, this Doom is doing fine.
It's easy harassment too, right? Like, MP comes in, you just smack him with Infernal Blade. We saw Cloud9 doing something similar with, well, so with the support Doom in that game, though.
That's the upside of playing against a Riki Batrider support duo. That is such an incredibly greedy support duo. Neither of them have a stun. They don't really pressure very well. Batrider, of course, we saw yesterday in OG versus DC, where Dubu played it, but at the same time he had a Sand King, so it wasn't as greedy.
Puppey is wasting so much, I want to say so much of his own time, but it's also, oh, YapzOr, actually with the Frost Blast and the Infernal Blade, he just lost his Firefight.
Oh,
This
you
could
are
be
quite
first
dead,
blood.
sir.
One more attack from Super would do it. He turns around for a sticky napalm, but that lets In July come in range. And first blood goes the way of the offlaner of iG.V.
Yep. And in July at the same time, he got very lucky. He picks up the best creep in the game. Is it? Maybe the HP regen one. He's quite good too. It's a toss-up. It's close.
One lane to flag is the lane with the largest amount of deny so far. It's KheZu. Down on bottom lane against Paparazzi. So 14-1 against a 15-11 Clockwork. He's already got the PMS, so it looks like Paparazzi's harassment's doing little to no.
He went
problems.
the correct build on Clock. He went PMS into Wand. That's exactly how you
Puppey,
beat a Weaver.
here you go. Here you go. You waited 4 minutes for this, and you
Oh,
waited
no!
4 minutes for this?
Puppey.
Ah! Balls.
Puppey. Oh, that's so disappointing.
After the unkillable Witch Doctor in game 1, he cannot kill a donkey.
That was not the expenditure of time that you were looking for.
He's level 2, but he has managed to steal a lot of the runes. He stole the haste rune away from the Kunkka, and actually made it so Kunkka walked all the way down to the bottom rune to grab it. That was just after the 2-minute mark.
Yeah.
So he has been a nuisance.
They want to kill mid, by the way. Look, if he gets his Torrent, they're going to follow up with the Frost Blast. Sakata's going to come in too. He skilled the
Vortex
the
early.
pull for this.
Yeah, they really wanted it, but now with the Ice Wall mid one, X marks spot, pulls him back over
Oh,
again.
he misses the Hyper!
And now trouble, they've got him. They still managed to pick him up.
Yes. And interestingly enough, Sakata, by the way, went for the double Null Tossman build, which...
In July? In July? An MP? Ring a Rosie, a pocket full of MP, and, well, no tissues. Tissues? Who's gonna fall down? They just keep running around in circles. Cue Benny Hill theme music at the moment. No one wants to touch it.
He's just going to walk away. But at the same time, this is not how you wanted to start the lane. MP going to get Infernal Bladed. The salve is still on in July, so he feels comfortable diving for this. MP doesn't have a TP, trying to eat his way deeper.
Yeah, he actually cut through with the Quelling Blade to start with, then eats
2
the
seconds.
Tango. And a little bit further down, cuts in another way. Back
Oh, he
over
gets
to the
mocked!
Desire Creep Wave in July, doesn't get all the way through. When his own creeps work against him, they're only minions, they don't know the greater plan.
They weren't working with him, Toby. They weren't working with him. But at the same time, this is still... That's a level 2 Riki, Toby.
Hang on, did YapzOr just steal the stack? I think YapzOr may have just stolen the stack that was being prepared for the Storm Spirit. There was a triple stack in this camp, and it was blocked up by the Observer Ward. And YapzOr, I just saw him disappear with almost no mana, but now 3.5 levels.
It looks like they want to try to go for mid. He's going to summon the Forge Spears right before he hits 6. They drop the Cloud, but that is a level 2 Riki. Can't have any impact.
MP's dead again. Oh, I say again. No.
He's so good at that.
He just walks
Oh,
out.
and mid lane, mid one, gonna get gone on.
X Mark Spot's going to drag him back in. He's going to play from the other side of the Ice Wall. The Sentry Ward is down, so Ghost Walk will not allow him to escape.
This has been so brutal for him. Even though he has good CS, so does the Storm. And again, they need Puppey to start having some impact in this game. Because this Kunkka right now is just cleaning up.
Well, they bring in KheZu instead. Mr. Level 6, Mr. Highest Net Worth on the board.
They were hoping that he was going to go for the Shrine up in that area, but instead he's going to go for the Bounty Rune and probably Shrine up at top.
Yep.
Which is what I would imagine he does. He's pinging in July, doesn't really need this.
Super needs it. Dogfights needs it.
Yeah, so that's quite a bit of time expenditure by KheZu, who thought he was going to come bottom. Probably gets a kill too.
As a mid
Deals.
laner, how do you feel when you use the offlaner Shrine?
Oh, you feel amazing. When you keep your Shrine up, you're just like, that's another free 3 bottle charges, essentially.
Oh, they dusted. It's Riki Illusions. They've gone on both of the illusions, but not the real Puppey. 180 gold down. Or 90 gold.
That's like the most minor nuisance.
Nothing but the fake.
Yeah, you're slightly bothered by that, Toby. That's a hangnail.
And you get triggered.
A little bit.
But you just got the happy feelings of taking someone else's shrine that's not yours. So, balance in everything. Dota.
Exactly. In July, it's just like, guys, come on. I'd full everything. You don't need to do that. And this Doom gonna make his rotation over too. They don't have wards for this. Mid one is playing a little bit scared. He's gonna send the Forge Spirit north. Very smart of him. In July, gonna check for the rune. Doesn't get it. It's in fact bottom as YapzOr picks that up. And this rotation is gonna fail. But nothing really lost as Lich manages to soak up the XP at top. Gonna get his
KheZu.
10.
Hook shot. Yeah, dogfight. You taunt that. You taunt that. You just got trapped inside the cogs. The Sunstrike will connect, and mid one
That's a big
gets a
kill
much
for him.
needed kill. But does Puppey and KheZu get out of this? With Paparazzi here, he throws out the swarm, already hitting into KheZu as well as Puppey. Puppey back into Invis, puts down the smoke screen, trying to buy more space for this Clockwork, who has 7 1 charges available, puts in the cogs. Paparazzi wants to burn himself if he wants to get out of this, which he does not want to.
Yeah, it's completely out of mana, and they're gonna get out scot-free. Invoker gets a kill, and he gets the full wave of CS as a result. Gets the kill with the Sunstrike, doesn't have to be there. Forces the Storm to use all his mana and that rotation. Pretty good for Secret, despite the early go of things.
The one lane which is really problematic though is still MPs. Like, you wanted net worth on this Lycan. He's at 2.2k net worth. He's down the middle of the pack. And he's meant to be the alpha wolf. Or dog. Yeah, that's my first pun of the cast.
I like that.
Yeah.
That was a... I'll give that
Get
a
your
V
score-
plus.
You won scorecards?
Get it?
A
I
V?
also did it. A V plus. Alright, Toby. I tried for that.
Yeah.
Dire
I shot my shot. I've got no regrets.
Reaching. Paparazzi's having the time of his life on bottom now. More space for him, and he's catching up very, very quickly to the net worth, but it's iG.V who are making the play. Injuly has been pressuring this top lane so hard. MP doesn't have a wolf to scat at anything, but KheZu's rotated up, and so is YapzOr. Mr. Level 5 YapzOr, they hookshot forward over towards Kunkka. Once again, the target of KheZu's hatred. And Dogfights keeps his run going. Meanwhile, the dog
he's
pushing
taunting.
in July, and now, well, he may as well, right? Because he's got friends arriving as a Soul Spirit, so he may die, but it may be also for the greater good. KheZu has had to rotate back over. Interesting to see that the Lycan didn't go with him. Instead, he was pushing the other two heroes back.
Yeah, and meanwhile, again, this is all just space created for mid one, who, despite starting the game 0-2, picks up a kill for himself, 1 and 2. Just doing fine in net worth, no issues whatsoever, as
Gonna be an 11-minute Midas.
they're doing so much for this Storm mid, and yet, I mean, this Invoker has not suffered that much.
TP's to bottom lane. You can actually say hello to MP. So, lane switch up, they'll let YapzOr take the top lane. Probably the one that can survive underneath the tower, even though there is 4 points up in Scorched Earth. He only went 1 point up in Devour for the Doom. So in July, he's got the big regeneration, and he's eyeing off that tier 1 tower.
Is he gonna Doom for this? He needs to if he wants to kill.
Frost Blast and Infernal Blade. He doesn't want to Doom. The lasso dragging him back underneath the tower into the Sunstrike. It will miss. Both
that
in
hits.
July as well as Super, but they'll still... Okay, maybe in July can't take that tower. With the help of Dogfights and the Creep Wave, they can. And in fact, Dogfights are just going to come in and be denied.
Really needed that Sunstrike to hit. Would have gotten the kill on the Doom. Maybe even potentially save your Bat Rider. Actually, Bat was probably dead.
They're going to attempt to kill Paparazzi. KheZu's got to go for this hook shot in.
They need the hook into the smoke into...
is under attack.
They got the combination on
more.
the Kunkka last time.
Top tower
Yeah.
has fallen.
Just hold him inside the cogs and Puppey can do the rest.
Yeah. Then you load up with the Sunstrike, which they're waiting for right now. Invoker needs to queue it up.
They don't have Howl. So Paparazzi will show himself. KheZu's still looking for the angle, but if he fires the rocket, then Paparazzi is fully aware of what's going on. And Puppey can't go in underneath the tower. That's more suicide. So Dogfights will arrive. Ghost Ship is available. So they have that big
here we go.
ulti combo. So the ship is on its way. And, well, dragged back in the Lycan in dog form. Starts his run. He needs to survive the hook shot forward. KheZu traps in Dogfights. The Sunstrike will get the kill. Super couldn't do much to stop it, but KheZu getting out of this one alive, maybe problematic, but here comes YapzOr. The Doom is on him, the Firefly is down, so Paparazzi Ninja Live burning inside of that, but Puppey attempted the denial on his teammate. Unable to achieve it, however.
Yeah. And yet, this Riki gonna stand bottom. Again, doesn't have too much impact here as he's only level 5. Not the kind of engagement that you wanted as he blinks forward, drops that smoke screen, tries to stop the tower from going
Storm
down.
wants mid.
Gonna try to go for the deny.
He's gonna double damage rune. Yeah, he's gonna kill mid one. He's just taking him from hero to, well, 173 HP, and then KheZu...
You really want to do this?
Yeah, I don't think he's realized that was a double damage rune. Jump forward, couple of one charges, RFL will trigger him.
He's got one
boost,
more.
Movement speed, up the hill and away! They'll be able to shrine and stay alive. In July was nearby, but not close enough to really get the kill.
And now he's got to get out of this as Sakata, good attempt by him, but not quite enough mana. He's gonna push it away, but mid one he's there.
YapzOr needs to hold a good position. Here goes your Lich ulti. It's bouncing back in towards YapzOr.
Oh, this is not the fight you want to take!
It's too much damage onto Team Secret. Mid one will fall. He'll actually go down with YapzOr. Triple kill for In July. The Doombringer brings the hate. And Team Secret lose 3 in the mid. Lich ulti effective, huh?
That was so good by them. iG.V, they ran all the way from bottom anticipating the fight. They didn't have a TP, Toby. They ran all the way up. They anticipated that engagement. They popped the shrine. They were so confident. They're thinking to themselves, the Storm has 100 mana. We're going to get a kill on him. Instead, it's the turnaround. iG.V sandwiched them. And it's just a massacre. And once again, I don't want to harp on this too much, but this Riki, I don't know if it's just the function of the pick, but he's just not had a real purpose in this game.
Well, if there was a courier snipe, it would have been more. He took a couple of bounty runes, the combination with the clockwork, you can understand the logic behind it at least.
Of course,
but iG.V's just playing the position perfectly.
Yeah, he just... I think it's less a Puppey and more just the hero pick itself.
Yep.
Hasn't been able to have the kind of impact.
Torrent's going to miss his target. MP going into dog form with a ship flying over the top, and with the help, that's still a very big Storm Spirit to try and kill up. They're attempting it. MP, run away, get that bug off you. Let KheZu do the work. The Sunstrike, it connects.
Oh, this Storm is all in for this.
Oh, at least he can get one. Mid one's there to help out. He's already got the kill on Paparazzi because he missed the timeless moment, and with a vision from the rocket, a quick jump, dodges the last attack. Tornado, it picks him up. Does he die from the fall? Yes, he does. Mid one gets the 2 biggest kills he could have asked for. He gets the Storm and he gets the Weaver.
That was such an overcommitment by Sakata. He really wanted that Lycan kill, but probably not worth it just to feed Invoker all that net worth. Invoker who just died all the way on top of the net worth charts with those 2 core pickups. Now Secret making their rotation into mid. YapzOr doesn't quite have that Blink Dagger, instead opting to go for the drums. This Lich just holding the lane. They're just waiting for their cores to respawn, but iG.V with a slight overextension gonna blow their gold lead just by a little bit.
140 damage catapult. He alacrity the catapult. Just watch it hit it once when it's auto. The alacrity's gone now. It's no longer as cool.
I was gonna say, Toby, that was incredibly mediocre.
No, the first hit was really
I know,
good.
I was just messing. I saw the first one.
Son of a bitch. That Rider,
You lined me up.
Vortex him back in.
That's a 3-man rotation. They know Puppey's behind that tower too. Maybe they think there's a ward behind there. Would probably be a waste of a sentry though, considering that there is not.
Dogfights to bait him out. Like, you want to kill our courier? I can still kill you. Actually,
Doom,
Puppey is worth less than a courier at the moment.
This Doom, Toby, is incredibly farmed. He's taken the 80 Devour gold bonus gold. On top of that, he's got a Shadow Blade and a drums. There's no way that mid one is really safe. You've got to sit heroes behind him. That hero is going to be KheZu, who, despite having such a good start, remember we talked about how many denies he had, how well he was doing. And if you want to talk about it, the denies probably came from his cogs.
Very true. So it was nowhere near as impressive as it looked.
Yeah, but his CS was good. And at bottom, no one's here to defend this tower. But getting this mid tower would be good.
Yeah, it's going to be a trade-off. They're letting Super do it at the moment. Top lane,
wanna dive top?
YapzOr's in trouble. In July, cannot get close enough to him.
Drums his pops.
Actually, he can to get the Infernal Blade. YapzOr again, telling just lead that cheeky, sticky napalm.
That is a lot of damage, though. You've got to be careful in July. Sunstrike is still available. Sakata gonna go make his move for this mid tower.
Okay, Team Secret have just had enough. Like, we're not taking a fight. We're just gonna try and take towers. I took the tier 1 tower on bottom. Now they've burnt the fortification. KheZu's ready to initiate. They've got the best vision on the map in this area. Everything to the north they see. Everything else can be hookshotted by KheZu.
They shouldn't give up this tier 2 tower at bottom, though. This is a significant tower. It was a full HP tower. I guess they don't have any TPs, so they don't go for it. But
They're
it is
rotating mid
unfortunate
now.
that they lose that.
And they just don't want to fight the Lycan. Is that it? Like they feel like Lycan's hit a point where he's strong. We've seen the Lycans, at least, like, I'm going to use Arteezy because I've cast 3 of his Lycan games already, where he goes for this early Necro book. Hey, Puppey, get a courier now. Actually,
all been worth
backstabbed
it.
Yeah, okay, Puppey now has a purpose again. But it's the fact that you get these Necro, like, he just rushes Necro on the Lycan, and it's around this time he does so much damage and so much push power, but this is a not that type of Lycan. In fact, he was looking at Diffusal Blade, now he switched himself to Echo Saber.
Yeah, I don't know why he was opting to go for the Diffusal at first. I feel like he needs a little bit more damage more than anything. Or to turn himself into a Roche-taking hero, which Echo Saber does for you. I think going for the Necro build, though, doesn't really have a lot of viability here. Just because the Storm doesn't care about that, right?
Yeah.
Eventually you're going to want to put yourself into a build where you're going to go with Blissful Blade. And that's going to be a Storm with a Bloodstone.
Good observer watches mid one very, very closely, and X marks the spot. They'll commit the Conquer ship, low cooldown, and X marks. I was a little bit late to pull him in. Tricks of the trade as well. Smoke screen from Puppey causing a couple of problems, but not enough. Invoker is still doomed up. KheZu has hookshotted himself forward, and Puppey back into the fight. Puts down the smoke screen on top of the Conquer, trying to give KheZu any chance to fight
they
this,
at
but
least gonna
Puppey
get
gets scouted
dogfights?
out. They get dogfights, but they won't get anything else. It's a 3-for-1 trade-off. Space for YapzOr and MP to farm, and that is all.
Yeah, immediate TP out by the Lich. Storm gonna go grab his Bloodstone, immediately gonna go into the Orchid. This is quite a farm Storm now. He has solo kill potential on pretty much everybody, as long as he's got one person with him.
All he's looking to watch
YapzOr
top.
up at top, he's got the Bloodstone. Charges would be good, but
They
doesn't
don't
know that he's alone.
They don't have clear vision.
Is under attack.
If YapzOr moves into the left of this, though, that'd be quite dangerous.
He's just... Oh, they see him for a second. Well, Flame
Oh, he's
Breaker's
gonna see him
there.
now?
Yeah, they definitely know. And there's your jump. Stolen Spirit. Goodbye, Batrider. He came in for just one more wave push. That's all he wanted with the Flame Break. And, well, it cost him his life.
Just a little bit too greedy. Sakata, good game sense there, decides to go for it. Goes for the good talent tree, too.
You can understand why he did do it. Like, that Blink Dagger was so close.
Was he close? Yeah,
He was getting pretty close. If you could farm this wave and then just back up into the jungle, he would have had it for the next fight.
Yep. But going for that extra creep wave always gets you killed, Toby.
It does. Puppey to the bottom lane. He's got a little of extra help. It's going to be the hook shot in KheZu to catch Paparazzi, but they have to keep him controlled. Smoke Screen at least does wonders against the Lincoln Spear because it doesn't care.
Yeah. Would like to see him get out of here, though. Feel like Paparazzi don't need those 2 creeps. Doesn't really change the impact of the game. The rest of your team is shoving out lanes right now. So Secret only have 1 move to make right now, Toby. If you look at it, just because they are shoving in mid, they still got this tower. This top area is being shoved in by Sakata, and if no one's responding to either of these lanes, then just by some logical deductions, you can assume that they're bottom. That's a very educated guess.
Well, Sunstrike gets us from Team Secret. The Roshan's having in July. Was already taking way too much damage. KheZu wants the hook shot. Puppey is body blocking him for the moment.
Oh, YapzOr
and they've
guys up
lost their
top.
vision and they just jump in. KheZu wafts the hook shot well away. He'll get the cogs down, but the kill's already happened. As you said, the Batrider dies up on top. Puppey, another courier snipe.
Get it.
Yep.
Has been
And run away.
That's a max backstab hit.
And MP as well as mid one are going to try and force iG.Vitality to come back. There is a catapult here, and they're already back. Dogfights as well as Paparazzi here for the defense.
Still absolutely not worth it. You get a courier, but you lose a Batrider who... Toby, remember how close he was to his Blink Dagger? He's getting increasingly further away.
Yeah.
Has no space on the map to farm. Because this Invoker also has to farm. I talked about it yesterday. I said Invoker has a lot of empty net worth. Because at the end of the day, you've got a Hanamitis and an Aghanim Scepter, but you've got no defensive items. You need this Aghanim Scepter minimum to get into fights to begin with. And at the same time, you still want your team to set up fights for you, but this Clockwork Initiation against these kinds of cores of iG.Vitality just simply isn't enough anymore. They need the Batrider to get this Blink Dagger to do something.
Tornado! Won't reach, and he didn't have his hook shot.
There's a BKB up now too on the Doom.
God damn.
It doesn't get easier.
It really does not. But at the same time, I'm still wondering, like Team Secret could still believe fully, and I think they are, still in this game, because you're running the Hand of Midas on both the Lycan as well as the Invoker. They're still efficiently farming up, and YapzOr just needs to get his Blink Dagger, and he's going to do his job as a support. Jump in, get the lasso on like a half-decent target, and you're good to go.
Yeah.
Cogs to split up the fight. Puppey just being the nuisance that he is. Take out couriers. They drop a sentry ward. As Puppey broke the smoke, the dust will hit on him. Puppey dies, nothing of value is lost. Unless MP, oh okay, tricks of the trade. They hold In July in position. Inside the cogs, he'll burn the BKB. Doom is available, and he puts it onto the Invoker, allowing Storm to jump in further. They have to get back to the range of the Shrine. Lycan pulled back in, the Torrent. It gets both Puppey as well as MP. The Lich ulti, it bounces up and does reach the Lycan. Puppey so low, the dust will reveal him. Paparazzi puts the hook in, and KheZu cogs up to the tornado will fly through as well. Will it be enough for the EMP burn? Storm Spirit, he's gonna find the kill on the Invoker mid one. No! He's invis on 33 HP. Now he'll actually commit into the Sunstrike as well as the Shrine. Mid one's back to full life. They've got the Storm Spirit. YapzOr gets it for 555 gold. And they want more. They really want more. KheZu doesn't have a lot to fight with. He's got 4 staff and 8-1 charges available. Mid one's busy pushing the creep wave down. I think now he realizes his teammates are in trouble. KheZu so low, already used the 4 staff, gets the bug off him in time, but the Storm Spirit's back to the fighting lines, looking towards mid one. He runs east as far as he possibly can, out of mana, and given a juicy distraction, which is YapzOr. Mid one back into the safety of his own tower. Puppey jumps forward. The cold snap didn't go on Paparazzi. His Lincoln Sphere protected him. The Team Secret scrambling the defense, and they did use a buyback on Puppey, and that is the only one.
That was so close for them to be able to just stomp that fight. If they were able to kill the Invoker there, there's no turnaround potential, because the majority of that damage on that Storm came from that Sunstrike. Mid one barely living though. They're keeping their hero alive.
In July's gonna have another crack.
He's gonna go for it again. He doesn't have Doom though. Immediately gonna go invis, no follow-up from his team. Storm is a little bit too far away to make that full distance jump committal.
I think Puppey's hunting for the courier once more. You know, be able to find a bounty rune.
That's the life right now.
Okay, does Storm Spirit pick? It's like, yeah, guys. Someone grab my rune.
He's gonna give away the position of the Riki, but it doesn't change too much as Puppey pinging out the heroes.
Yep. I'm not exactly certain what he wants for help. That's a double damage in the Storm Spirit.
I would really like, by the way, for Cicada to go for a dust.
They're smoking up. It's a 3-man smoke, but they're running to the south. Now, vision-wise, the only vision they have right now is of Dogfights and Super in the mid, and Puppey is stalking the Storm Spirit. Push down the Observe Ward, now they get vision on it in July. All the information is there for Team Secret to make the right choice. And it seems their choice is to piss off. They're running away.
This Lich, about to get a 4-staff himself. The kite ability on their team is going to be insane. It's just so hard for them to keep up. And 4-staff, Toby pretty much renders this Riki obsolete. Same with the Clockwork. So the only heroes that can really have an impact in this game are going to be this Lycan and this Invoker. They're going to be very core dependent here. MP going to go for that BKB instead of opting for that Lincolns that we so often see. There's so many different ways to counter him though, especially with this Diffusal picked up on this Weaver. What does your Lincolns really do in this situation? Mid tier 2 going to be taken, and iG.V probably want to try to force a fight and then go for a Roshan. If you get a Roshan on this Storm, then he can just zip in all the way in for that Invoker. Once you kill mid one, the fight probably ends there and after.
Yep. Puppey still continuously sniping out these runes. They have to cotton on to the fact that he is just hovering around the back. Or maybe they don't. Maybe he gets himself... What's this now? The 4th courier? It did the delivery. Smoke screen is down. Puppey tricks of the trade just to go invis. Starts his TP out. Sentry wall is down and Puppey will die.
That's a Bloodstone charge, but he did snipe the courier with the Orchid.
It had the second Oblivion stuff on
bottom.
it. Wow, they actually caught the Weaver? They may get more. In July is going to burn his BKB. That's now down to 8 seconds duration. Dogfights gets the X mark spot. It's over on KheZu. He doesn't have 4-star for another 4 seconds time, and he'll be dead before that timer is out.
Yeah, and it looks like they might still want to keep going, but instead iG.V a little bit too far away. In July does have that Doom available. Secret thinking if they can get any more, but that'd be just a little bit too greedy.
That's fantastic for Team Secret. Like, you lose your Clockwork as well as your Riki, sure, but you still got a kill on a Weaver. You assaulted the bottom tower, and Dogfights. Cold Snap is a real pain in the butt when you got dot effects on you. The Sunstrike will be able to connect, and Dogfights goes down. Mid one finding more and more kills on this map. iG.Vitality are giving more and more opportunities to Team Secret.
That's exactly how you do it too. You just get these mini pickoffs, you force iGV to overextend and make this Invoker incredibly annoying to play against. He's about to pick up a BKB of his own. He's got the money for it.
Yeah, well, almost got the yields as well for KheZu. So he'll have himself a little bit of disable as well. You got another 4-staff on the way for YapzOr. They're just a little bit behind for everything. The only one who doesn't have anything is Puppey, but hilariously enough, he's got as much net worth as Lich has.
It's a Lich game. You're sitting behind people.
No fun for us. No fun for anybody. Puppey's getting money from killing couriers.
That's good enough. He's getting the last hit in some couriers.
Is that 4? Counter is at 4 right now? For how many
he's got
killed?
3. I think he's got 3. 2 or 3.
iG.V running up the mid in July and leading the charge onto the cover of smoke.
I'm wondering if they're going to find anything here as iG.V.
Their line's drawn exactly for where mid one is. They tried this before, mid one. Tornado.
Get the Doom off. Where's the dust?
They got it. They found mid one. BKB. 10 seconds. Triggered off. He's still got the Shrine to fight with. MP going to actually trigger off both Hal and Dogfall. They're coming in to fight this one. Puppey with the smoke screen and the trick to the trade. They bring down Super. There's no Lich ulti in this fight. And even in July, that BKB charge of his, he wanted a kill, but mid one has managed to tank the entire
Paparazzi
Doom.
getting
And
low.
Paparazzi, the Lincoln Sphere gets triggered, but he's still able to get his time lapse off back up to full life. A 1-for-1 trade off many BKBs and abilities triggered for it.
Yeah. And mid one showing with that BKB able to survive through
Don't turn
that
around, dogfights. There's a 4-star Blink Dagger into Lasso. They'll get the vision, but YapzOr doesn't go for it. It feels too much like a trap.
They're showing the storm up at top too. That's why Secret was able to engage that anyways and continue to chase through. But man, they really wanted to get that Doom off before that BKB. Manages to dodge everything. It's a 10-second BKB charge expended, but that's not a bad fight for your team.
You stay strong, you stay #1 net worth. Seems to be the good thing for mid one. And that advantage for iG.V, it's really starting to plateau a little bit around just shy of the 4K gold advantage. Experience is at 9K for Team Secret. Every fight which was even just helped Team Secret gain more. Okay, maybe that was a little obvious for the smoke. He just Midas the creep in the mid lane. After they
sometimes, Toby, people don't notice stuff like that.
They pinged it though. iG.V pinged it. But they pinged it like half a second after. Like, that creep is dead for no reason. It just keeled over from Sunstroke.
Guys,
now they jump in, Blink Lasso. They're holding the storm inside the smoke screen. Down so fast, even the Doombringer sent up by the Tornado. He'll trigger his BKB, but there's actually no Doom. He'll lose the Gem of True Sight. Back to the other side of the fight. Team Secret haven't lost anything, and they're from dogfights. Is TP out, they cannot cancel it in time. But that's 4 heroes lost for iG.V, nothing lost for Team Secret, and the Gem of True Sight is now in the hands of Puppey, previous owner, Dogfights.
Man, Secret completely turned this game around. They've taken the 1K gold lead on the back of such a sick fight. Every time they can jump, they can get the jump first. Especially with those cogs. He manages to trap both supports in. Neither of them really able to spellcast the way they want to in a fight like that. And without your Storm, he's your primary damage dealer. Paparazzi still isn't quite strong enough yet. Going for a Hurricane Pike. I mean, if you look at his items, 2 items that are just purely defensive, doesn't really scare the side of Secret. They understand if we blow everything on the Storm and he dies, Doom can't really do much. But now they're going to look for a fight. Roshan is up. They want to try to do mid one in the back.
Team Secret were expecting them to try and contest. Their Observer
here all
will
together.
scout out Paparazzi. KheZu gets the perfect hook shot off Paparazzi. Now inside the pit. KheZu not really happy with taking that much damage, but he's happy to burn the mana off the Weaver. Bit by bit, getting caught by Torrent, also not part of the plan. And then Vortex pulling back over. Flame Break creates a little bit of space, but Clockwork will fall. And the EMP burn actually hits no one from iG.V. So Roshan not being done, Team Secret bailed out, expecting the contest. And it came.
At the same time, they're going to Shrine. It looks like they want to go for a Roshan of their own. They still have Doom available.
Mid one's changing the beat. He's pushing down to the bot lane. It's a double damage rune at the bottom. He doesn't. No one actually sees that. There's no
He's going to see it right now.
But this Observer was done wonders for Team Secret, and it's done more wonders. They just smoked on top of it. So now the question
They're
is
pinging
for
like
Team
crazy.
Secret, are they in Roshan? Nope, the Forge Spirit's already watching for that,
And
they
they're gonna
know they're
ping.
coming to gank.
They use the scan as well. They know they're moving upwards. Everyone's going to go on full retreat mode. iG.V, the best option to do right now is to go back, double back into the Roche pit, but they're afraid they don't take it that fast, which is a very real concern. So Sakata's just going to shove in this mid lane, and sooner or later iG.V should realize this smoke was bunk.
I'm surprised mid one actually didn't continue the pressure on bottom lane. Like, he backed out after they saw the scan triggered. They were heading towards the north, and he just instantly rejoined the rest of Team Secret. 4-man smoke up. Mid one's the front liner. Needs to push the lane out anyway. And he's pretty damn close to his own Lincoln Sphere.
Yeah, once he gets it, who's going to jump on him? He BKBs, has the Lincolns up available. I guess the way they could do it, Toby, hear me out.
Yeah.
They can Chain Frost because it goes through, and then you Doom, but hold that thought.
Can't Chain Frost when Lich is dead. Drag him back with the lasso right into the middle of the Sunstrike of mid one.
God, how many consecutive kills has it been now for Secret? Despite everything going against them in the early game, their Riki not having that much of an impact.
Hold the phone for the moment. Here comes the bugs. Torrent, here goes Storm Spirit as well, looking for a target. They don't see anyone. Mid one so quickly instead of Ghost Walk. He's got the Tornado available as well. Picks up the Doombringer. They have to get a little bit more distance. Mid one, the BKB
using
is
a lot
off
for
and
this.
triggered. They're trying to kill off mid one. He's target number one, and they've got him through the BKB. The physical damage is still enough, and in July, the cogs from KheZu create so much space and burn so much mana. Invoker does have buyback. YapzOr X marks, doesn't actually have us right timing. YapzOr able to blink himself away to safety as Puppey continues the scouting. Everyone's committing for Roshan and no one can do it.
Still, Doom is still available. And without a Blink Dagger, in July I'm starting to realize I'm never going to Doom this Invoker. Like, I can chase after him, but he'll pop BKB. Not a whole lot that they can do.
YapzOr
They were
does-
able to chase him down with right clicks, though.
YapzOr doesn't have Firefly. The rocket will give vision. There's no hook shot. The flame break will kick in, but it's already too late.
Yeah, Sakata has the Aegis now. This is full retreat mode now for Secret. MP is going to get the hell out of dodge.
He was properly committing, like he triggered Shapeshift to be part of that.
I think he just wanted to make sure that he couldn't die. Normally what ends up happening, especially if I'm playing Storm, after you get the Aegis, you're going to try to catch stragglers that were trying to interrupt that, but everyone just got out full retreat.
So, dodge, evade, Team Secret. Does iG.Vitality have the strength that they can force anything more than the tier 2 tower on bottom lane?
I don't even think they want to force the tier 2 tower at bottom lane because it doesn't change the complexion of the game. What you want to do is you want to force the fight here. With the Aegis on Storm, I'm pretty sure he should feel very confident in that they can't kill him twice. Because to kill him once, it requires the Flaming Lasso every time.
But now you're also walking around with double BKBs. They don't know about the one on MP. It only just got bought up. But there's one on mid one as well. And his Lincoln Sphere will be completed at the end of this Ancient Camp. So
That's not damage though, Toby.
that isn't damage. You are correct.
Storm's got that Orchid. He still right clicks for quite a bit. He can wait out that timer. What are you going to do? Lasso the Storm? And Doom, they really need Doom to be committed for anything as Batrider blinks forward, spots him with the gem, understands that they are coming down.
Gee, I can't remember the last time I actually saw Doom have an effect in the fight, which is crazy considering his effect in the first 20 minutes. It was wonderful. Now YapzOr is going to get some vision on Paparazzi, but that's a trap. Almost everyone from iG.V is nearby. The commitment to get that DD, just in case Puppey was there. They just never know.
Yeah.
I actually gave the gem over too. Puppey's the man holding it now. Now he's finished up a Blink Dagger.
Blink daggers are bound. It's the trick, right? You can do tricks to the trade to blink.
Yep.
Should be safe most of the time. Of course, if he gets gone on with Orchid, it doesn't really matter. He's going to die in 2 seconds.
So the plan is not to get gone on with Orchid. They still have to commit mass entry towards iG.V to see this, because that's their gem Team Secret have possession of.
Yeah. Puppey acting as the mobile ward, saying, "This is my life now."
This is my hill, this is mine, and not anyone else's. YapzOr, not visible to the Remnant. He's just far enough north that Sakata doesn't see him.
Puppey continuing to play the ward role.
He's waiting to see somebody else push up, but no one's doing it.
Yeah. If somebody does, they can just Batrider grip into the silence, and YapzOr commits the Firefly.
Oh,
Who's he gonna get? Doesn't manage to grab anybody. He's getting pinged out now, but
they put down the Tinkerwad. They can see everything in the tree line. That's why he wanted to go for it, but just a little bit too quick for the Kunkka. to walk away.
Yeah, unfortunately for him, not going to be able to grab anything. But at the same time, not really a trade as iG.V. Again, they're trying to assault this bottom tier 2 tower, but what they really want is try to take a fight off of this.
The Wolves are doing the scouting. They saw the fact the Storm Spirit was sent home just to deal with the mid lane.
Yeah, Sakata has a DD though, and he's got Aegis. This is probably one of the best opportunities you're going to get at a fight. In July, invised up, doesn't have a Blink Dagger though. We've seen him not being able to get Doom off for quite some time now.
That ping is
They
perfect.
should know on the side that YapzOr's there. He's going to blink forward.
Oh, he actually got one. He's pulling him back right now. It's the Kunkka. They're trying to remove his big team fight. Hookshot forward, but in July, protected by the BKB. But the issue is, Sakata in the back lines. He's already managed to kill off YapzOr, and they're going to find more. MP, he got his revenge. It was dogfights, so it's a 1-for-1 trade-off, but team fight for initiation. In July, call snap, no BKB to protect him.
Right now,
Mid one.
Sunstrike.
That damage is so
When he finally
high.
gets doomed!
The Lich ulti, it bounces around. They need to get him back towards the shrine, back towards the health. That's
Everyone's
what they're
all
running
living
back
for him here.
Into the home, into the home. They can't get him far enough. No buyback available for 83 seconds. I'm not certain just how much damage iG.V can do during this period of time, but you've still got the Aegis Immortal on the Storm.
And with this Aegis, they can play very aggressively off of this Secret without the buyback on the Invoker. Have to be so careful. The Batrider can't really commit too much either without that Flaming Lasso. He does have buyback available, but how much does that change?
They're just trying to bring down the tier 3 tower right now. This will change the landscape after you're able to bring down the outside shrines, but all you need is the tier 3 tower. 4-star pushing the Storm Spirit into the cloud. Puppey thinking about just beating the Storm Spirit down a little bit, but that's not going to work. Reveals himself for half a second, gets orchided up. He'll end up surviving it.
They know he doesn't have buyback now, because if he had it, the Invoker would have committed it by now. iG.V going to feel very comfortable about this push now.
Oh, KheZu, the cogs aren't close enough. YapzOr maybe with the lasso. They do drag the Doombringer all the way back to the tier 4 towers. Paparazzi, he's going in to help out in July, burns the BKB, but MP also shapeshifting, looking for a kill. Sakata so low, but he wants to die. He wants the Aegis Immortal to burn because now he's
Paparazzi
back
gets
to
his ult.
full health, full mana, and where's the jump? It ain't happening. Now it is up towards MP. X-Marks will pull him back in again. Lycan commit his buyback, but he doesn't have BKB, he doesn't have shapeshift, and he doesn't have a bottom lane of racks.
iG.V just want to get out of here. Invoker's about to respawn. Lycan not willing to commit that buyback, but that's a full set of racks down, like you said. They know for a fact now that Invoker doesn't have buyback. They killed this Lycan. They get a full set of racks. Nobody really dies. Very good fight for iG.V. It was a little bit shaky there, Toby.
Yeah, it was.
They had some shaky moments. They had a very good start.
Would you like to see the canyon is basically what that is?
I would love to see it as it's just a roller coaster ride of emotions for Secret
coming
fans.
back in. In July is looking for a kill. He's got the gem of true side. He knows he's not visible. Okay, now he is. He's in front of a creep wave.
Top tower is under attack.
And the tier 2 tower is being pushed in by the Invoker. He BT'd up there, so mid one's got no other real choice but to continue the pressure. If they got a little bit of extra vision, the Rookie is there. Dogfight's going to X-Marks the spot himself for the safety D push. Hoping that YapzOr doesn't jump him.
Yeah, gonna be fine. As all of Secret now made their way up here. They got a free tier 2 tower. iG.V in absolutely no hurry to fight Toby. Puppey has been giving them the jukes.
Well, he gave him the awesome juke on bottom lane, but after that, it's
Toby,
yeah.
we
Blitz?
remember. Everyone remembers.
Never
forget.
remember.
Oh, they're gonna grab this ward.
Torrent for vision.
That's good enough.
Mid one's enjoying the time. That's 5 heroes to kill 1 Observer ward. Meanwhile, Alacrity Forward Spirit. That tier 3 tower is not a healthy thing. A 200 damaging Forge Spirit. That's fine. Invoker's balanced.
Oh, he's gonna go for the Doom can target Ancients. No, he's not. He thought about it though. He was pinging. He was like, maybe if I get decent Ancients.
Would make sense, right? Like, but hang on, which Ancient would be the best for the Doombringer? You go for the Granite or...
The Granite one's okay. It's probably the best one, actually. I hear the...
Actually, what about, because you can take the Purge, right?
Yeah, yeah.
That'd be
Oh,
great.
here we go.
Puppey's
Puppey.
gonna break the smoke and blink
That
away!
was so clowny.
Nuisance number 1 with Storm Spirit. The long jump in. They're still gonna find the kill on
That's an even
YapzOr.
bigger kill.
Oh, my
YapzOr doesn't have buyback.
He tried to buy a little bit of time, but that was all. But reveals the fact the Observer was there, but it timed out in 5 seconds anyway.
That was his, he bought his Ghost Scepter. I don't know if IG are going to feel comfortable enough to go for this, but instead, they're going to X Paparazzi, hit this tower for free. Without a Batrider.
Oh, the Yule Scepter at the perfect time, so X marks the spot, can't do his work. Weaver, Cog burning him up. You will be able to hit nicely with the Torrent, so KheZu, not a healthy man. X mark will be used, but there is no follow-up. Meanwhile, in July slips through the non-detection part of the lane, looking to get... And he got the Doom onto MP. He actually got it. Clockwork back to the tier 4 towers. A quick Yule Scepter up, but the Edge ulti is doing so much work. Mid one surrounded on all sides. The Lycan will buy back, triggering the ulti. They need some exit kills if possible. In July, Diffusal bladed up. They need to hold him there. He's invis. MP can't see him, but the Sunstrike will hit the money from mid one. Dog fights. Scepter buys him time, but now the dog really does fight. Tornado will pick him up. The EMP burn will kill him if the fall doesn't. Or MP will swipe him with his claws. So some revenge kills. The buyback's committed. It was still the Lycan.
Yeah. And despite all that and their 2 kills, the gold lead does go in favor of iG.Vitality because of that buyback on the Lycan and the death on the Clockwork.
It may still be worth it if they can get Roshan.
They
There's
absolutely
no buyback for the Kunkka, so they can get the Aegis as well as Cheese. And iG.Vitality, it would take a ballsy play from the Storm Spirit to contest it.
You bug into guessing for it.
The Storm's still holding on to the gem. Like, if he was going to go for it, he wouldn't hold the gem.
Nah, you would still do it. Because you just do a quick zip out, see what happens.
The Wolves watching very closely. Paparazzi just forcing the top lane up. And yeah, they're not going to go for anything. They got creep waves to push back the opposite direction. Mid one will take the cheese, and they give the Aegis Immortal to the Lycan. Interesting choice when Shapeshift has that 51-second cooldown time.
Yeah, but at the same time, he used buyback. If he dies once the game ends,
Very
they
true.
know that.
So what, you just run him to the front lines and you let him tank it up?
You never let him run to the... You hope he gets doomed again and survives it, and through the Aegis revives, and maybe they can take a lot out of that, but... It does make IGV a little bit more cautious about taking a straight-on fight. At the same time, Secret, there's still a huge window where it doesn't quite overlap. There's going to be a minute period where MP's not going to have this Aegis, and he's not going to have buyback. So it just depends on whether IGV want to just wait that out. They can play this game patient. They're up a set of racks. I think 2 is usually enough to beat a team like this, especially if you look at Secret's lineup. The biggest issue is that they can't really clear mega creeps. They don't have the best way to deal with them.
Paparazzi and YapzOr just passed like ships in the night. They can't do anything to stop this shrine from going down.
Yeah, they're just trying to do whatever they can to buy some time, get some free stuff out of the way. Imagine, if you're Secret, you take a fight at that shrine and you lose the game. Pointless. So IGV well aware of that, so they're going to get some free real estate.
Yeah, Observer wards are down. Cicada was able to clean off the high ground, regeneration rune, plus having a fresh Bloodthorn now up. With the 16 Bloodstone charges, it's a happy day for a Storm Spirit. Happy day for probably people with fantasy points.
Oh, it's a happy day for me too, Toby.
19.2 for anyone that backed mid one, but not a lot of people would have backed either of these teams because they only played 2 series today.
Yep. Cicada.
Did they see it? Did they... Because with the death of the trees, they may work out there is, in fact, wards up there.
That'd be... They have an idea.
Oh, in July.
Oh, in July. He's gonna get the...
He's looking for the Doom. What's the
waiting
target?
for it.
Oh,
He's gonna get silenced though.
He actually jumped around. It still doesn't matter. The Batrider is down for 72 seconds. MP burned his BKB, and maybe KheZu jumping over the cliffside. They're gonna find him. He's got both the disarm from Halberd as well as Yule Scepter, but he just uses Yule Scepter aggressively to buy some space. But Clockwork so low, turns around. Can he cog and buy some more? Storm Spirit, and he comes underneath the shrine. That's very, very deep. But where's your extra control? The BKB wears off in just a second, but that second is long enough to ball lightning into relative safety.
You gotta be careful. In July still has Doom. Secret pinging like crazy. They're saying, wait, please be careful.
Hold.
Just relax.
Hold. Build a wall.
Build a wall.
Okay, this is confidence as well from mid one. BT's down to bottom lane so he can at least push it back out again. But
he's the only one that can do stuff like this.
Yeah, but he revealed his position by doing it.
It's
now
okay.
he's got, like, oh,
IGV's not going to push in for that.
I suppose you've got enough movement speed with Ghost Walk to get back pretty quickly.
So fast.
Like in July, Mr. Hastrune, Mr. 550.
They both have 550.
Want to see just a boot race.
I will tell you that 550 to 550, Toby, they're going to be running at the same speed.
That's when it comes down to the talent of the runners. Strategy play, man. Strategy play.
I hate you so much.
I'm waiting for the best foot race ever, bro. Lasts forever. Actually, it lasts as long as Hastrune goes on.
This Doom, he's going for a refresher orb.
Yeah, sorry, I broke Blitz. So, double the Dooms, double the BKBs, double the Shivas. It'll take him a while to get there, and he's still got Blink in his quick buy before it. Maybe feeling that this Shadow Blade is no longer getting him into position in the place he wants to be.
Oh, they're emoting, man. They're feeling themselves.
Brutal, savage, defended. Alright, so all the lanes are pushing in nicely for Team Secret, top as well as mid. They're tempering the bottom, man, because that's the only lane they've lost so far. And iG.V, like, okay, I suppose that's one easy way to defend. Send the Storm Spirit out with X marks a spot.
Do they have any Yules?
They've got one on KheZu. He used it before to actually counter the X marks a spot.
KheZu was the best player in the world. He would be spam clicking that area.
Just to catch him out. And if they actually did that, Storm Spirit would still just have to then burn his BKB and he'd be down from 6 to 5. Alright. Unless you had enough lockdown control, but do they even have that? Like, I suppose at least he doesn't have...
Oh.
Too close. It's too close.
YapzOr's like, whatever, bro. Didn't even sweat.
Didn't even look. I was already looking back at base, looking to buy my own Yule Scepter.
You think I care death?
Alright, they haven't worked out that there is an Observer up there. In fact, I just realized too, it's not an Obs and a Sentry, it's 2 Obs. They planted them at exactly the same time.
Huh.
It's just because they're like, oh, hang on, Storm Spirit jumping forward. He's got the gem, so sees Puppey. The silencer's out, but now Blink, Lasso pulling back the Storm Spirit. Puppey was still going to pop from the Bloodthorn, but the hook shot forward. They may kill him. The gem of True Sight on the deck. In July under the cover of his own BKB. The Doom is out, but it's already on dog form MP. They'll burn off the mana, and maybe Refresher Orb is not so great. Refreshers still has enough mana for a secondary Doom. It's on the Invoker. Both the cores
going to buy back,
up, but it's worn off on MP.
Watch for the
and here comes the Storm! Right through him into the Invoker, moving on to the Lycan with no buyback. Invoker will use
his mana pool left over either. And mid one did the correct thing, by the way, Toby. He knows he has to buy back no matter what, so he immediately blows it.
Yep.
So that timer immediately goes back on that clock ticking.
The Lycan will also have buyback by the time the fight happens. It's 3 seconds before it comes on game on day 1 when that happened. Of course, the result then wasn't too great for him.
They lost Empire, right?
Yes.
Resolution?
But yeah, Empire was, yeah, that was the first day.
That was the Luna game.
Okay, then it wasn't the game I cast. There must have been another one. Trying to remember their first one. I think their first one was actually, oh, that's right. It was Infamous. It was. That
wasn't the first game of the day.
It was the first game of the day I cast.
It was the first game
Secret.
Okay. Because they played Empire first.
Yep.
In any case, Secret. They're only 1 Rax down. Of course, in Dota lately, 1 Rax means absolutely nothing. Buybacks are what's important, Toby.
12.5 grand, 8k experience. We'll scrap that.
That's fine.
Yeah.
You've seen Secret win fights when they get the Bad Rider initiation.
Yeah.
They killed the Storm. They forced that buyback. This Aegis is going to be huge.
Yep.
Aegis on Storm, Toby, is the best pairing.
Clockwork Rocket needs to fire right now, though. And they're going bottom.
Oh, they're trying to work their way around.
Here goes your Rocket. So the Rocket's going to hit no, it actually flies to top lane. They don't even care about Roshan. It's like they're trying to get the better fight and make it so the Aegis and cheese doesn't matter.
The Aegis and cheese definitely matters, though. This Aegis,
they've still got the cheese on mid one. Like, they've still got that advantage on themselves.
Yeah. They don't have the buyback on them, though, so this is a pretty big commitment for a
July.
fight. They want to get the jump off.
Firefly is up. YapzOr's looking for the target.
Watch for this bat.
And now they see Super. They'll grab the Lich, pull him down. They need to kill him off very, very quickly. And have they done it? Super is still way too tanky.
And iG.V, they want to go for this fight. BKBs have been committed.
They're
But it's
leaving.
a full retreat.
Team Secret are out as fast as they entered. Like, this is like frickin' like Panzer through the trees, kill them, and then just move on to the next target.
Very fast fight, though.
Yep.
They're spamming, though. They're saying, everyone's missing, guys. Be careful. KheZu doesn't want to throw this game.
Oh, mid one, though, wants to get that little bit of extra money. He's very close to finishing up his Octarine.
A very worthwhile purchase for him. Especially since he won't have buyback for the next 4 minutes anyways.
Yep. You might be able to give the cheese to the Lycan. Like, Lycan can drop his Hand of Midas during the fight. He's already looking to finish up his Assault Cuirass.
Lycan does have buyback, though.
Yeah, he doesn't have buyback.
Lycan
Oh,
does
sorry,
have.
he does have buyback. Yeah, you're right.
Invoker doesn't.
Because then, like, we see the balls of mid one. Does he want Octarine?
Just do it.
Oh, if he doesn't have, if his buyback's on cooldown, may as well.
Might as well. He's gonna farm that gold up.
He sold his Hand of
4
Midas
minutes.
for it.
Yeah, he has 4 minutes to farm. He has 4 minutes to farm 1,800 gold. That's no problem.
Easy.
Yeah.
And then just hold the lane. He went for the negative 18-second cooldown timer on the Tornado. So every 9 seconds you can de-push the wave. The high ground defense is actually really, really nice. If they don't get caught out. Which is difficult when you're up against a Storm Spirit and a Doombringer who's slipping through the bottom lane.
Spam ping mid lane.
He actually committed everything onto that Storm. He's got both the
iG.V.
Aegis and the cheese on him.
Paparazzi, they see him.
They got double the Doom up again.
They definitely know, by the way, that the heroes are there because they know that this Weaver doesn't have a gem. They're going to go in through the south side where they think that Secret are blind.
Wait, did Puppey see him? Yeah. They're putting the Observer Ward down. Puppey can see.
They're going to rock it.
He's got the Gem of True Sight.
He blinks even further into the base, and iG.V should know that this effort is over.
Where is he going? he actually ball lightning up the
here we
tree
go.
lines. Oh, look his fear! He tried to use the
went the
force.
wrong way.
Yeah, he tried to use force stuff into lasso, but he lassoed into. Well, actually, no, there wasn't even a force stuff effect.
He lassoed into force.
Oh boy.
That's rough.
Yep. Oh, Tornado can still buy more space. The creep wave's pushing in nicely on the top once more.
Now they know that lasso's down, though.
That's a double catapult wave to the tier 3 tower, but Team Secret. I don't know if iG.V are going to be concerned enough about just a creep wave.
Lasso! Alright, so there's a time window of 18 seconds. They know that mid one doesn't have buyback for 2 minutes.
Doom's TPing back. They're too worried about the top lane. Oh no,
They're
they're
just gonna X
X-marking it.
They're gonna X him, it's fine.
Does he have enough? I suppose if he raises the army of the dead, sure.
Nah, look. He's just gonna Shivas them all away. He's back here now.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
YapzOr does have his ultimate up again. They're gonna go for an X-Marks shenanigans with Paparazzi. He's gonna get halberded though by KheZu immediately.
He Hurricane Piked one of the Forge Spirits to get out.
Buyback is still on cooldown for mid one though. He's gotta be incredibly careful here.
Oh, here's your jump forward, long jump in. They got the Doom. It's over on the Lycan. Remember, Lycan does have that buyback available, so he can trigger it now. In fact, that's exactly what he does. Cicada, very, very low on mana, has the Aegis Immortal. Puppey in, tricks to the trade, starting it off. YapzOr, there's your lasso. They need to pull Storm Spirit into a bad position. The tier 4 towns be exactly that position. They burn the Aegis Immortal, but is there more control? Is there another controlling factor to stop the Storm Spirit from doing exactly that? A quick jump out, the Yules is over on the Weaver. Puppey, smoke screen, now maybe a little bit more trouble, but double 4-stars, gets the Weaver out of trouble. Mid one, he's actually the man having to fight under the cover of his own BKB. Enjoy holds him here, and now the Chain Frost going to work on top of Team Secret. They can't escape fast enough, even though the Ice Wall has kept iG.V close, and these Tornadoes up in the air. They've got a great vision of the fight, but now they come down to do the damage. MP will fall, and it's Cicada, backlines, looking for any kill. He can get another Tornado, putting him up and towards the air. The Sunstrike's on the money. Paparazzi so low. KheZu will actually cleave him out with his little troll, moving in for another kill. Cicada has to jump. The Shiva's guard clips him, so he's slowed up a little bit. No hook shot available. Another jump out. Cicada's got the distance. He's got the speed. Well, actually, not a lot of the speed, but he's got a regeneration rune. The best rune he could have asked for. The movement speed up. The ball lightning down the hill away. He can pick up another one. The definitely blast from mid one can't reach. He's desperately clawing, trying to find an opening, but it just does not exist for the Invoker.
and all it cost them is Paparazzi for that set of racks. They're tier 4 towers in this mid lane getting beat on as well. Secret trying to force something, trying to
Make the buyback?
Yeah, they want to get this Weaver to try to buy back, or at least scare him, but I mean, if you lose the Lycan one more time, the game effectively ends. Buyback is available in just 6 seconds for mid 1 though, so they can't afford to lose him as
In July's moving forward.
He's got the gem. He doesn't want to quite commit up the hill though without any vision.
Yep. Team Secret have to come back anyway. They've lost a tier 4 tower. The creepwave's pushing in through the bottom. They're forced into recovery mode now.
Yeah, no big rush for iG.V, but man, imagine if he doesn't find that regen rune. He could have just been chased down. Maybe they can with 2 cores down.
They would have been able to force 1 buyback
Yes,
at least.
they force at least 1 buyback, and then from there, the game resets again. Because once we talked about it, it's not a game of racks anymore, it's a game of buybacks.
Yep.
You're just hitting the racks because it's a way of forcing the fight.
Oh boy. The Storm Spirit's preparing himself as well for the split game. BT's now purchased. Finally got rid of the treads. Took him 59 minutes to do so.
It's such a good item though on Storm. The attack speed on Storm is so underrated.
Well, I suppose he can just keep farming and get himself a moon shard.
That's my favorite thing to do, Tobes.
Buy items on a Storm Spirit. Blitz's favorite thing to do.
This is my 6 slot.
Not exactly this item build. You wouldn't change anything.
If it was a pub, I wouldn't have this BKB.
But in a professional game.
In a professional game, Toby. In a game where there are stakes aside from MMR, the long zip goes nowhere. That would be...
Yeah, what would you get?
I don't even know.
Would you even get Disable? Hang on, what is this? Blitz would
never
like to
get-
recommend
you never-
items in a shop? What are you doing, Blitz?
Oh, that's an accident.
Yeah, don't click that. Don't click that stuff.
That's an
Blitz would
accident.
like to recommend an item on a Storm Spirit.
I don't know why. I don't know why it did that. I'm really sorry for the rest of the broadcast that had to see that.
Oh, it's great. The great thing is because it's also unassigned. It goes out to everyone anyway.
Misclick.
Yeah. Whoops. Paparazzi, Puppey again, putting that gem to good use. Suggestions for Blitz and now close.
I didn't click anything, by the way.
Blitz will no longer be taking your suggestions, ladies and gentlemen. He's made up his mind.
That was happenstance.
I didn't even know that was a feature.
I didn't know it was either.
It's a feature by the looks of it.
I don't know what I clicked. I can't replicate that.
Well, I believe we've now discovered a feature inside of Dota 2 that none of us knew about.
I have no idea what just happened.
That's actually a great idea. Everyone suggest me an item.
I'm so sorry.
You've just done a community service, Blitz.
I did.
No one knew about that.
I'm sure other people knew about that.
Oh, I had no idea. In July, okay, back to the focus of the game. So there's one hero who's not here. That's Storm Spirit, a long way up on the north. Observer and Sentry is pretty safe. Dogfights actually force-staffing himself up, looking for a target. YapzOr, they found it! Does he get up the hill? He's just far enough up! YapzOr's goes there will protect him, but not from the Storm Spirit! Slices him with lightning! They're looking for another pickup. It's KheZu. You also have to defensively up. Hook shots out towards Puppey. Needs some more distance, however. The smoke screen may help provide that. The cogs are down, trapping Puppey in for half a second. The clockwork's down, no buyback available. Shapeshift has been triggered as well. Team Secret on the ropes.
Is there any sort of buyback? There's 2 available.
Yeah,
actually, there's 1 available.
Invoker and Batrider.
Yeah,
they're the ones with buyback.
Clockwork has none. iG.V, they smell blood.
Yeah,
I want to go for this right now. They're hitting this tower.
Target.
They're going to force the buyback. It's going to be a 4-on-5 fight. Doom pops that BKB. He's got the refresher and the double Doom.
YapzOr needs this. He needs this
He
pickup.
needs the opportunity.
He's looking at the Doombringer. Blink Lasso. Falstaff's going to drag him in. The Sunstrike doesn't need anybody else coming through. But the Meteorite still able to connect over on the Doombringer. But in July, BKB protects him from the burn. He actually burnt the refresher just so he could hit that BKB. Doesn't have the secondary Doom. Hasn't even triggered the first one yet. Trick to the trade out. Cicada. BKB for him is going to wear off right now. So a lot of immunity down. The Tornado almost catches him before the jump. Would have been difficult to have a follow-up, but Team Secret keep their top ranks intact. It cost a buyback on YapzOr, however. But we have to remember, he's still the support hero.
Yeah, still no important deaths on the side of Team Secret. They still have this mid one.
Roshan. The Sunstrike's going to connect over on Dogfights. Quick rocket, they're
The
coming
Zekas.
over, they're gonna try and contest.
can't let
Where's the
Sakata
hop
get it
shot?
again.
Here comes your tornado flying through. It picks up over on the Kunkka. They find the Lich out of position. Can he actually get that ulti off? No, the silence is there. KheZu
one's
hook shots
doomed
forward,
up.
isolates the Doombringer, and there goes your Invoker. A quick buyback. He needs to BT back into this fight. He's doing it to the wolves inside the pit, allowing
one's gotta get
Mid-1
out.
to come in through the rear. He wants to fight. He wants to kill off somebody. Doombringer's BKB's already back off cooldown. KheZu, he took shotting away the mid-1. He's trying to do this solo in the mid. 1-on-2, or 2-on-2. There's your hit pickup. YapzOr blinks up. He'll find one. Your buyback
MP
comes
at
in
bottom.
from the Kunkka, and they're on the run. Where is the support? Sakata, he's going for it. He's going for the grip. YapzOr needs to help out. Invoker can't die again, or else that's practically the game. KheZu has driven the creep wave off. Paparazzi's bringing down the tier 3 tower with an absolute fury of swipes. And Team Secret have 3 heroes down with no buybacks, and they call the GG.
And once again, Secret split another series.
They haven't taken a 2-0 yet. It is Empire, Infamous, TNC, and now iG.Vitality, who have drawn with Team Secret. The only team to actually wipe them was LGD, who 2-0'd them.
Secret, though, they had so many different opportunities to try to come